that's just a sneak peek of what's coming in this video, but like every other video, I've got to make a few other things first. So I'm trying to automate making liquid starlight. So I've set up an item user here from Cyclic, and what should happen here is if I put aquamarine in here, it will drop aquamarine into the light well, and whenever the aquamarine breaks in the light well, it should replace it with another one. And I've also got a tank to be able to collect the aquamarine and some pipes as well. So one of the aquamarines just broke and it replaced one. So I know that's working. I get my pipes and I configure them and they should go into the tank, and it does. And I'm really happy because this will build up over time and I just need to tidy up the area now. And we're all good. Since I've automated liquid starlight, I'm going to need a good source of aquamarine, and no better source than a desert with a water source. So that's exactly what I do, and I get plenty. With Fortune 3, it won't take me long. So I'm happy. 4 stacks, that'll do perfectly. Once that's done, I head back to the temple because I have some iron ore. And if you remember from the last video, I was trying to figure out what I was supposed to do with this liquid starlight, and I figured it out. I did some research and I need to put iron ore here, and then I need a linking tool, which I need to make, and link the iron ore to the rock crystal. So I head off and I make myself a linking tool. It's pretty easy, just some wood sticks, rock crystal, and also some aquamarine. I just need starlight. And once I have enough starlight, there we go, we have a linking tool. I never get tired of the animations in this mod pack. Once I have my linking tool, I head back into the temple and I link the rock crystal to the iron ore. And this turns it into starlight ore. So I spend the next while collecting enough of the starlight ore, about a stack of it will do me nicely, and then I just need to put it into a furnace and smelt it up. So that's exactly what I do. I head back into my base and I put it into a furnace and smelt it up into star metal ingot. Now that I have my star metal ingots, I will need to change this into a dust, and to do that you need a star metal cutting tool, and you can put Fortune 3 in it to increase the drop rate. It's a pretty easy craft, so I head off to do that. And of course I'm rudely interrupted by a zombie, which happens a lot around here. Once I have the craft ready and I have enough starlight, then it's just a matter of waiting for the craft to be done. Tool in hand, all I need to do is drop the ingots to the ground and left click on them, and that should turn them into a dust. Just like that. Pretty cool. Obviously with Fortune 3, I'm going to get more, so I decide to go off and enchant it. However, it takes me forever to get a Fortune 3 enchantment. Actually, I don't get one at all. So I take Fortune off of other items that I had, and I convert those into Fortune books, which I then apply and make a Fortune 3 book, and then I apply it to my star metal cutting tool. Obviously, I didn't realize I could have enchanted it even if I didn't get Fortune 3, and so I decided to disenchant it. And I decided to enchant it again, and at least with Unbreaking 3, it would take a bit longer to break, and then I could put Fortune 3 in it as well. So I actually got a fairly decent enchantment on the Soulbound, Unbreaking 3, and Fortune 3. And I decided to check out how much of a difference it would make. And it did seem to make quite a bit of a difference once I could actually reach the ingots. But it definitely made a difference. So yes, I'm very happy with my new star metal cutting tool. As you know, getting around Minecraft can be quite difficult and arduous, so I decided as we were making wands to make 2 more wands. A Traversal Wand and an Impulsion Wand, and these should help me to get around the world a lot easier. Well, at least a little bit easier. We'll see how good they are. Crafts are pretty easy, so it's not that difficult to make the 2 of them quickly. So with both wands in hand, it's time to check out how these work, and I'm really excited because getting around the world has been rather hard and difficult lately. So that's pretty cool, and I'm quite shocked that there's a big beam of light that comes out of it. So I'm going to have some fun here with these mobs and see if I can keep away from them. And this is actually quite fun, playing with these mobs as they're running after me and I'm just zipping around. I also want to check out to see how actual far it goes. Okay, that's decent. But it doesn't bring me all the way up there. So it's time to try out the other wand. And that's... didn't do much. So I'm not too sure if I'm doing this right. And then it just zooms me across the map, which is perfect. So this is a teleportation wand. I like it. So this mod is all to do with Starlight, and you're going to need to find certain constellations. So I decided to make a telescope. It's not a difficult craft, and I can't progress unless I have this telescope. So once I have my telescope, it's time to look at some of the stars and see what we can see. When you right click on it, it gives you a zoomed in version of the sky, and you need to find constellations. You'll see them, they'll be outlined by big bright flashing stars, and you need to match them up with the constellations that you have in your book that you have discovered. When you have, you then need to draw them out in the sky. Once you've completed the drawing, you should get an achievement, and you should also be able to see it in the sky. So I decided to do this for a few of the other constellations. It's not that difficult, and it doesn't take me that long to get 3 or 4 of the ones that I have discovered already, and to get them drawn out and then see them in the sky also. These become a lot more important later on in the mod. I'm going to have to make a Starlight Attunement altar, but I'm also going to need to make a Celestial altar, which is an upgrade of my Starlight altar. So that's what I decided to do. I take a look at how many blocks it needs and I make the altar. I'm also going to need to change the structure around here as it's a slightly larger structure. So that's what I do. I decide to destroy it all, and then I decide to make it all up again. As you've already seen, working outside at night is bad for mobs. I'm going to need to find a way to stop these mobs from spawning. But anyway, it's time to continue making the build, and it doesn't take long before I have it finished. I'm really going to have to do something about mob spawning because it's making my life a horror working with this mod outside and at night. So it's working. I've got a new altar. Now I'm deciding where I'm going to put my attunement altar, and it's a 19 by 19 block. So I need to make sure that I've got enough space here next to this altar, and I count out the blocks, and unfortunately I count to 19, which brings me right to the edge. So I need to find some other place to put this attunement altar, and I decide, why not over here? So I decide to teleport over here, and then I decide to flatten the whole area out, which should give me a lot more space, and that shouldn't take me that long to terraform this area here. I then decided to change it all to marble because that is the theme that we're going with Astral Sorcery, and it's the main block of this mod. And once I'm nearly finished, it's starting to look pretty cool. I just need to give it some final touches. I do like my marble stairs. I do not like mobs though. And the cows are annoying. And there's a mod in this which means I can mute them. So that's what I do. I decide to move their footsteps and also their moves. And I gotta attack more mobs. This structure is actually quite large. It's a 19 by 19 area, and it's gonna take me some time to make this. And I'm trying to figure out how I should start. So I decide all the blocks I put down, I'm going to have to take them all up. So structure's made, I'm really happy, and now I just need to make the attunement altar for the center of it. It's not that difficult, except there's those pesky rats that have been eating my pillars. They got away. Ooh. fancy animations. That's pretty cool. The zombie isn't. Why is there so many mobs? So I now need to put the attunement altar in, and it looks like there's someone having a party on my structure. So I gotta deal with these mobs before I can actually do this, because I'll never get it done otherwise. Okay, dealt with, finally. Now, can I get the center of this first time on? I think I can. Hey, we got particles. I got it first time. There's just a few more things I need to make, like these relays, and I make a bunch of them, and I don't know why, but this craft reminds me of Stargate. When you attune yourself, you open up a new chapter in your book, and it's important that you choose the right constellation to attune yourself to. I choose a Vorcio because you gain perk points when you are mining, and since I have a 7x7 flux spore, I decided that the Vorcio is probably the best way to pick up perk points. When you choose your constellation, you have to put these relays down in these blue areas. These actually correspond to the stars in the constellation, and they light up nicely. Of course, I'm disturbed by mobs, and I've got to deal with them first. I really have to do something about these mobs spawning. From here, guys, I'm not going to do a lot of talking. I'm going to let you enjoy the animation that's going on here. And that's after I deal with this Enderman, of course. And you're going to see the constellation as well when I zoom in. And you'll see that it corresponds to the stars in the sky, which is really cool. Anyway, guys, I'm going to shut up now. If you do like these animations and you do like this mod and you like modded Minecraft, then it would be great if you left a like on the video. And it would be awesome as well if you hit the subscribe button. I'm not gonna lie, that animation always blows me away, and Minecraft is awesome, especially modded Minecraft, but whatever you're into, Minecraft has got it. Anyway, the perk tree has now been opened. It's a new chapter in the book, and by gaining perk points, you can increase your stats in the game. That could be damage, that could be mining, and that could be armor stats. This perk tree is huge, and as I said, you gain them by mining. That's why I picked a Vorcio. You can gain them by combat also, but I don't do enough combat, so mining is my thing. So I decided to go off and test it out. We start off with 1, and quickly, I'm ignoring diamonds, I'm gaining points pretty quickly. But it's like XP, over time, the rate of growth slows down. And I want to test out with about 20 points. And then I want to go into the perk tree and see what that has to offer. So you have your starting point, because I've picked Vorcio, and then you move along the tree. I suppose it's a bit like a family tree. You move out from the center, or you move out from your point of start, and you select your points. I'm picking increased melee damage because obviously when I am attacking mobs, I want to do as much damage as possible. And it's going to be interesting to see how much of an effect this has. So it's difficult to know which direction to go, but I decided to stick with damage and also movement, because moving around in the game can be a bit slow at times. I also look to increase the perks that I have. So we get a perk bonus as well, and I decided to go with perk bonuses. As well as armor. And I'm going to try and complete as much of this tree as possible throughout this series. It's going to take quite a bit of work though. And I might have to attune myself to different areas to be able to expand it properly. But since now that I've got my perks done, I'm running a bit quicker, but I want to get out of here faster, so I decided to use my teleportation device, and then I want to test out to see how much damage I'm doing. And okay, I'm definitely doing more damage. I'm not one-hitting them, but I'm doing a lot more damage than I was. One heart away. I bet with a crit hit, I could actually take them out. Yes. Getting nearly one hit. So guys, that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. That is Astral Sorcery. What the heck was that? Okay, I decided to move back to the base and finish it off here because something was making weird noises. I really hope that you're enjoying this season of Ayesel Plays Direwolf20, and I hope you're enjoying this mod, which is Astral Sorcery. I'm loving this mod. I'm going to stick with this mod for a while because we're only at an intermediate level and I want to expand a bit more in this. I know there's rituals in this as well, and I think there's a ritual for getting rid of mobs, and I can't wait to get into that one. But guys, make sure to leave a like in this video if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you at day 12.